Backstage Pass. I'm Tara, and my guest today is Breaux Keller.
All right, happy to be here.
All right, you're always so cheerful and upbeat whenever you're here.
Yes, absolutely. What's there not to be excited about?
No, I mean, you came to MCW, what, like 2 years ago?
That sounds about right.
Does that sound right? Okay. I don't know. I don't.
Everything blends together now. It's still 2021 in my opinion because 2020 was a total wash.
Right.
And I'm not prepared yet for 2023.
That's valid. Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
So how long have you been in the wrestling business outside of MCW? So
outside of MCW, so yeah, when I first started, it was 2017 when I debuted. And yeah, I mean, it's been a blast ever since. That was something I started back up in Pennsylvania, and it was pretty small scale for a while. Just kind of doing local, smaller shows. But then, yeah, obviously, like once MCW presented the opportunity, I had to jump on that. And thankfully, since then, I've been able to kind of travel a good bit, hit up the Northeast, go down the Mid-Atlantic, go down south as well.
Yeah.
So it's fun to see different pockets of different parts of the country, too, because you get different atmospheres and different types of wrestling fans.
Right. Yeah, so you're from Pennsylvania, right? Like Lancaster, right?
Exactly.
I remember this from when we had you as a guest on the podcast. So if you're new to Backstage Pass and haven't checked out the full
link.
episode, we have a whole podcast channel, and you can catch the one that I did last year with Breaux Keller. So yeah, so you're from Lancaster. So is there a lot of Amish wrestling up there?
Funny you should ask. Everybody always says,
I know.
"Oh, you're from Lancaster, so you're Amish, right?" It's like, you see the watch, you see the phone,
technology.
Not Amish. However, yeah, there's a good Amish population, like everywhere outside of the city where I live. Which, by the way, there's a pretty cool town of Lancaster.
Yeah.
If you haven't been, you got to go.
I drove through it last week, actually.
There we go. All right, it was perfect. But no Amish wrestling. However, there are some Amish fans. You'll see them at certain shows.
And there are wrestlers who impersonate Amish people.
That is a fact.
There are definitely some, one group that comes
They're
out.
churning that butter.
They got a chicken. You know what I mean?
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yes, okay. Their name escapes me right now, but they also happen to make the Slam Buddies, which is pretty cool.
There we go.
Anyway, yeah, so there's a lot of stereotypes about Amish people and stereotypes about wrestling, too.
For sure. Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
So when you, went back home in Lancaster, Pennsylvania and said, I'm going to be a wrestler, what was the reception? Like, family, friends, were they supportive?
How deep are we getting here? Because the very first thing everybody says is like, you know that's fake, right? It's like, whoa. How about we dial it back off of that real quick? Right. Because this is some real stuff. So everybody, I think, they have this preconceived notion as to what professional wrestling is. So it's a lot of convincing them really of what the reality of pro wrestling really actually is at the core of it. But for the most part, I had a lot of receptive family, friends, early fans from the beginning that were really pulling for me. I have a bit of an athletic background.
Yeah.
I ran track in college, was an All-American, and that translates pretty well in terms of cardio, conditioning, the athleticism. So a lot of people were saying, hey, yeah, go for this. It's always been your dream. Shoot for the moon.
Cool. Now, did you have a favorite wrestler growing up?
I did, and this might surprise you.
Okay.
But not randomly, he was the man when I was first watching this as a kid. But Buff Bagwell was my guy. Okay. Because he was buff, he was tough.
He was the stuff.
He was the stuff, yes.
Well, he was just here a couple
Indeed
months
he was,
ago.
yeah.
Yeah, well, it was really actually very interesting to sit down and talk with him as well. I enjoyed that conversation, and it was great to hear that he's kind of turned his life around.
For sure.
I saw his post the other day. He's 60 days clean now, so that's that's awesome.
Good for him.
So
I know it's tough for a lot of people. I lost a really close friend to addiction, and I know what kind of battle they're struggling with. So for him to even go that far, it's definitely a win for him.
Yeah, and it's got to be hard to be to still be around and be in the business where some of these demons really kind of took hold, and then to be here, but to be straight, so
exactly.
Yeah, he definitely seemed like he had a lot going for him and was, had turned a corner. So
big time.
Yep. Now, I've traveled around a lot, as you were talking about. You've been up and down the East Coast and everything. Where is the one place that you want to work in 2023? What's at the top of your list?
Scotland.
Wow. Okay.
Yes. Oh my God. I was quick to that.
Wrestling there?
They don't, but if you watch, there's videos. I think the promotion is ICW. but their fans are just next level.
Really?
Like you hear, okay, obviously NFL football players, they get the fans rocking, but then you look at the World Cup for FIFA, and those fans are next level.
Right.
I feel like that's Scottish wrestling
Wow.
compared to what we see in the States for the most part. So I definitely, if not 2023, 2024, I need to get over there at some point in time because it looks like a riot.
Would it be in a castle? Like, I mean, if we're just, booking this ourselves.
If we can do it in a castle, yeah, where do I sign up?
All right, if you're ever in Scotland, because I have Scottish ancestry, if you were
Okay.
ever wrestling in Scotland, tell me and I will come.
Let's do it.
So,
All right.
because I always want to go, so that's a work expense, right?
Oh, we can make that
Yeah,
happen.
yeah.
Where's the calendar? Let's lock it in. I'm ready to go.
No, that's awesome though. I mean, like, because usually when I ask that question, people will say, "Oh, I want to go to WWE or AEW
Yeah.
or GCW, any of these places." But that's kind of cool that you pick someplace a little bit obscure there.
For sure. I mean, promotional wise, yes. I think it's everybody's dream to be like on TV.
Of course.
WWE, AEW, those are always the end goal. But in terms of location, yeah, when you ask, boom, Scotland, let's go. Somebody, let's
Okay.
make this happen.
All right, I think there's like a long rainy season though.
There
so
is.
maybe-
So no outdoor shows.
Definitely not. Yeah, you can't risk that. All right. Have you done much traveling outside the country?
Slightly. I mean, I went to Europe before. I've been to like London, Spain, Portugal. I just recently was down in Costa Rica, which was pretty awesome.
Okay.
Been to Canada. I mean, it's cool, I
Yeah.
suppose. But yeah, I've been trying to get around as much as I can, but obviously with wrestling too, that takes up a good chunk of time.
Right.
And you're kind of limited in what commitments you can make because I got
Yeah.
this booking or this show that I'm doing. So yeah, at some point, one or another, some way, I'm going to try to travel even more. But I've been very lucky with where I've been so far.
Hopefully you can travel for wrestling.
Make it both. Exactly.
So,
2-for-1
you know,
combo.
That would be ideal, right?
Totally.
So what are some other things that you like to do outside of wrestling?
Other things I like to do. Nothing is probably the right answer.
Okay.
Yeah, so eat, sleep, and then just wrestle. However, I kid. I have a pug at home who is like my pride and joy.
Aw.
He's the sweetest little
What's
guy.
his name?
His name is Sturgill, and he is
Okay.
just a little Mr. Man. But yes, I like to... Oh my goodness, there's so many things. Because I still have interest in track, so I try to coach as much as I can when I have time. And then I just got married, which was kind of
Congratulations.
cool. Yeah, so that was very exciting.
Was that the Costa Rica trip for the honeymoon?
That was the honeymoon,
Okay, I was
exactly
gonna ask
right.
that.
Yes. So even that, just doing like outdoor activities, going for hikes, going for walks. We went like zip lining and rappelling.
Oh, wow.
We went surfing too. Like we're doing all the stuff. So yeah, whenever I'm not in a ring, definitely if there's an activity to be done, I'm in.
All right. Well, it sounds like you have filled all the hours in your day.
For sure.
I don't want to
Yes.
keep you any longer, but how can fans follow you on social media?
I keep it super easy. So it's Breaux Keller for everything. BREAUX Keller, KELLER. That's on Instagram at Breaux Keller. On Twitter at Breaux Keller. Snapchat, I don't care, at Breaux Keller. We have Facebook at Breaux Keller. So it's nice and easy for everybody.
Very simple. All right.
Mhm.
Well, I hope you hear from some of your fans, and thanks for sitting down with me.
Absolutely.
And joining us here on Backstage Pass.